So till yesterday we saw the exception handling, right? And inside the exception handling we saw what is meant by try, why we are using catch, and why we are using the finally, right? So today we will see the another one, that is the throw and the throws. Okay, why we are using throw, why we are using throws, today we will see that. So first we see the one program here. Okay, simply we will quickly recap also what is meant by what we saw till yesterday, till previous section. Okay, so what we saw till previous last session, that we also quickly recap that. Okay, so simply if I come here and if I create a main method here. Okay, oh sorry, simply if I create here the main method. Okay, inside the main method what I am doing is simply I am calling a, simply I am creating one exception here, system.out here, and inside that I am printing one here. Okay, and same like that I am printing the many things like copy here, paste, paste. Okay, here also I am pasting this thing. Okay, and here I am writing 2. Okay, here 3, then downside I am writing 4, like that we will print. Here I'm writing 6. Okay, if I run this one, so what will be the output we will get now? If I run this simply, what will be the output we will get? If I run this one, what will be the output? 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? 1 to 6 we will get. If I simply run this one, 1 to 6 we will get, right? Simply 1 to 6 1 to 6 will be printed on the console. Now if I remove this one and I write here 100 divided by 0 directly. Now what will be the output we will get? Right, exception we will get here, that is the arithmetic exception we will get here. Inside the third line we are getting the exception. So when exception will come, so what will happen? Simply JVM will come here and JVM abnormally terminate the program here, right? What JVM will do, JVM will abnormally terminate the program, and after that the method whichever the exception occur, that method will create an object, right? In which method the exception is occur? Inside the main method. So main method will create an object, and inside that object it will add 3 things. Which are that things? Which are the 3 things it will add? Try, catch, fire, low, no, not that one. Which are the 3 things it will be add into the object? It will create an object. No, main method will create an object, and inside that object it will add 3 things. Which are that things? I told you many times. See here, inside this one, exception name stack, and yes, this is the thing. If here it is come, so what it will do, whichever method having the exception, that method will create an object, and inside that object it will add 3 things, that is the exception name, description, and then stack trace, right? Exception name, description, and stack trace. After that JVM will ask to this method, do you handling the exception or not? So if this handling the exception, it will come to the catch block, because inside the catch block we will write all the handling code, right? But if we are not handling this one, this method is not handling the exception, so what it will do, it will pass that object to the default exception handler, like that. No, I told you before. See here, this is the diagram, this one diagram. If JVM will ask to that method, if it is handling the exception, then it will come to the catch block. If we are not handling the exception, then it will pass that object to the default exception handler, and default exception handler will create that object. Now this time who is creating the object? That is the main method, or whichever method having the exception, that is creating the object, right? But what is the use of the throw keyword? What is the use of the throws keyword? Is the, in the throw what we are doing is programmer itself create an object of the exception, and it will be passed to the JVM. Means now we will create the exception object and we will pass that to the JVM. Okay, means we are it is mainly used for the customized exception. Sometimes we want a customized exception, that time we will use the throws keyword. Throws, not throw keyword. Okay, there is the difference between two things like throws and the throw. A throw is used to create a customized exception, in which programmer itself create an object, and then it will pass to the JVM. Means we only will create an exception object, and inside that object we will add three things, that is the exception name, stack trace, and the description, and then we will pass to the JVM. Okay, that is the use of our throw. So we will see this one. There is a try. Why we are using try block? To for the risky code. Why we are using the catch block? For the exception handling code. Why we are using the finally? To write the cleanup code, right? And after that, why we are using throws? It will create an exception object manually and hand over to the sorry, GVM, right? So after that we can throw either checked exception also or unchecked exception also throw, but throw is the best for the customized exception. Means if you want to create a customized exception, then it will be better, right? Throw is the better option for that. Inside, with the help of throw, we can throw either checked or the unchecked exception also. We will try that after, and after that we can only throw class that come into the throwable child class. Which is the parent class here? That is the throwable. If I show you the hierarchy also, see here, this one is the hierarchy. Here is the throwable, right? And here is the exception. And inside the throwable, which is the child of the throwable, these are exception. Inside the exception class, all the class exception classes are present, like class not found, IO exception, no such method, and runtime, arithmetic exception. These all the things are present. This green line means these are the checked exception, and this red line means these are the unchecked exception, and these all are the errors. Okay, means this is also come into the error only, and this also come into the error. Okay, after that we will see why we are using the throw keyword and how we will use the throw keyword. We cannot write any statement after throw, otherwise it will provide the unreachable statement here. Means after throw, if we write anything like a try, no, inside the try also we write something. If that line comes here, if that line, if that line, in that line exception will come, so below that line it will be not go, it will be ignore that line, it will come to directly catch block. Same like that happen here only. Here also we will see one program, after that you will be easily understand. Okay, and what is the syntax of the throw is simply here, that is the throw, then new, then exception class. Okay, throw new and the exception class we will write. Then simply we can throw any exception, that is the, if you want to create a customized exception, or if you want to give any if you want to throw the checked exception also you can throw, or you can, if you want to throw the unchecked exception also you can throw easily. Okay, now we will take one example. Okay, simply we will try to take one example, after that you will be easily understand what is meant by throw keyword. Okay, so what I am doing is simply we will do one, we will write one if else condition here. If sorry, we will write, we have to create one method. Okay, simply we will create a method here, public void, and simply we will create a method with the name void. Okay, and inside that we will pass one argument age. Okay, here I have created simply method with the name vote, and inside that I am writing here the age. Okay, and after what we will do is simply we will write a if condition here. If age is less than 18, if age is less than 18, then we want to throw one exception. Okay, that is the some exception we want to throw, and this time we will try to throw the checked exception. Okay, this time we will try to throw the first we will try to throw the unchecked exception, after that we will try to throw the checked exception. Okay, inside that we will write our exception. If that exception is not thrown, if that age is greater than 18, then it will come here and it will write here system.out. Simply it will print the, you are eligible. Okay, if age is less than 18, it will throw the exception, otherwise it will come into the else block and it will print the you are eligible. Okay, so how to use the throw keyword? So simply you have to write the throw, then exception name. This time sorry, we have to create the object. For that we will use the new. Okay, simply we have to write the new. After that you have to use you can use the unchecked exception, you can use the checked exception, or you can create your own customized exception also, but this time I'm trying with the unchecked exception. So this time inside the arithmetic unchecked exception, I'm taking the arithmetic exception. Okay, arithmetic exception I'm taking here, and after that simply what I'm doing is here I'm writing the message. That is the description we want to, that I'm writing here inside that. Okay, so here I'm writing simple is not valid. Simply I'm writing here age is not valid. Okay, after that simply we'll come here and simply we will call that function. Because how to call that function? Simply create an object, that is the test, and with the help of test object we can call this one widget dot. Okay, and we will pass some word. This time I'm passing 14. Okay, if I run this one, so what will be the output we will get? What will be the output? Suppose, see, if I write 19 here, then what will be the output we will get? Okay, now what we will get? Now 19 I have wrote, age is not valid, age is not valid this time. Check the condition. You are eligible, right? If I print this one, so what it will be print? You are eligible. And if I write here the any statement, suppose I am writing here system.out, and simply I am writing here any code like hello. So hello will be print or not this time? Hello will be print or not? Hello will be print. See, if I run this one, so you are not eligible also print, and hello is printing on the console. Now what I am doing is I am decreasing this number. I am writing here simply 14. Now what will be the output we will get? And hello will be print or not? Hello will be print or not? Somebody saying yes. Anyone have any other answer? Not. Ramesh is saying not. Manikanta is saying print yes. Vijay is also saying yes. If I run this one, so hello will be print. We'll try this one. Okay. Simply if I run this one, so what will be the output we'll get? If I right click this one, and if I run this Java application, so we are getting the exception here. See which exception we are getting? That is the age is not valid, and which exception it is showing? That is the arithmetic. And where we wrote this? Here, that is the age is not valid. So why it is printing like that, and why it is not printing the hello here? So what is happening here? Simply JVM will come to the main method. Okay, and after that we have created the object. After that object dot vote, it will see the method with the name vote. So where is the method? Here is the method. Inside that we are passing one integer parameter. So 14 will come here, and it will check the condition. Then 14 is less than 18. Condition is true or false here. That is the 14 is less than 18. Condition is true or false here. Condition is true or false? Condition is true here, right? Condition is true, so where it will go? Inside the e block. And what we are doing here, so we are throwing the object. We are creating one exception object. Okay, we are creating one exception object, and we are providing that exceptions to the JVM. Okay, we are providing that object to the JVM, same like the before one. Before, who is creating that? The method in which exception is occur. But this time who is creating the object? That is the programmer itself creating that object, and that object we are handovering to the JVM. Then JVM will ask to this method, you are handling the exception or not? Okay, then if we are handling, when we will give this object to the JVM, no, that time JVM will ask to this method, you are handling the exception or not? If this method is not handling the exception, then it will pass that object to the default exception handler. If this method is handling the exception, means it will come to the catch block. Simply if I see, simply if I write here if try, and I am writing this object dot board inside this try block. Okay, and after that I am writing here catch, and which exception we are throwing? That is the, simply I am writing exception here, and here I am printing system.out, and I'm printing here 1. So now 1 will be print or not. See here, 1 will be print or not this time. 1 will be print or not. Yes, Sneh is saying yes. Anyone have any other answer? 1 will be print or not. And hello will be print again. Hello will be print 1 and hello will be print or not. See here, JVM will come here, right? JVM will come here, JVM create an object. After that, yes, yes, okay. After that, it will come to the try block object dot vote. So it will become here inside the vote. Okay, and what we are passing, that is the 14 we are passing from here. So it will become here, it will check the condition 14 is less than 18. And here what we are doing, we are creating an exception object and we are passing that object to the JVM. We are handovering that object to the JVM. So what it will be do is simply it will pass it will ask to JVM will ask to this method, do you handling the exception or not. Okay, do you handling the exception or not. So here it is not handling the exception. So what it will do, it will come to the caller method. That day we saw, no, it will come to the caller method. So it will come here inside the main method, and here JVM will ask again, do you handling the exception or not. So here we are handling the exception. So what it will do, 1 will be print on the console. It will come to the catch block and it will print 1 on the console, and then it will print hello. Simply if I run this one, see 1 and hello is printing on the console. This what we are doing is simply we are creating an object and we are passing that object to the JVM. Okay, simply we are passing that object to the JVM. That this is the use of our throw keyword. Simply we will programmer itself will create an object, that is the exception object, and that object we will pass to the JVM. That is the use of our throw keyword. Okay, so anyone have any doubt till here? Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any difficulties still here? It is little bit little bit confused. Anyone have any doubt? Okay, so same thing, same like that. This time I have printed, means I have thrown the. Can you list some exception example for throw? Okay, we will try to create one customized exception. No, simply what we are doing is simply we will try to create one customized exception and we will try to throw that. Okay, so simply what we are doing, for customized exception we have to write a we have to use the child throwable class. Okay, so inside this one, see, this is the point, we cannot we only throw class comes in the throwable child class. So just throw is used to create an object, but it won't handle any exception. Am I right, bro? Yes, bro. It will not handle the exception. Just it will be create an object, and it will hand over that object to the JVM, and JVM will then ask to that method, we are handling the exception or not, and we are handling the exception simply with the try and the catch block. We are not handling with the throw keyword. Okay, simply we are creating that one. Okay, after that here we will come. We will try to create one exception here. Also I'm doing this one, and what I'm doing is simply I will create one class here. Okay, simply I will try to create a class. Okay. I will create a class with the name, any name. This time we will try to, first time we have created the exception now, so we will try to create a puncture exception. Puncture exception. Okay, simply I am creating a exception with the name puncture. Okay, after that what I am doing is simply we will try to create one constructor here. So how to create a constructor? Simply we will write a exception access modifier, and simply we will try to copy this name, that is the copy class name, and here we will paste this one. Is this a constructor or not? This one is the constructor or not? We will use this exception. Puncture will write only. Okay. Okay. So this time I am writing only the puncture, exception will not write. Okay. Yes, it doesn't have any written. Okay. This time you remember that. Okay. And what I am doing is simply I am writing here super for the description. Okay. And from here we will print a message also. So I am writing here string message. Okay. Why I am writing this all things? I will be tell you while we will run this program. Okay, and here simply I am writing the message. Okay, now class is created. Simply class is created, and inside that class what we have to do is simply we have to extend the any exception. Okay, see here simply we have to use the exception. Now it is done. Okay, and after that what we have to do is simply we will come here, and inside that one we will create one method. Simply we will create one method. So inside the main method only we will try. Okay, inside the main method what I am doing is simply we will throw our exception. From here we will throw our exception, and we will try to get that one. We will get or not, we will see. Okay, so simply I am writing here throw new, and with the help of what is the name of our exception, that is the puncture. Okay, and from here I am passing one exception, that is the okay. Tire is puncture. I'm simply here I'm writing is okay, and here if I it is giving the error. Why? Because we have to close the exception. Okay, okay, so this time if I run this one, so what will be the output we will get? Anyone have any idea? Let's see. Simply it will come into the main method. From here what we are doing, we are simply throwing the we are using the throw keyword with the new, right? New, throw new, and the puncture. And here this is the exception we have created, there is the customized exception, and here tire is puncture, and after that we are using the throws keyword here. So we will have to use this one because I have not told to you. Simply we will try to use the try and the class block here inside that one. Catch block, and inside that you can write your exception also, that is the puncture exception. Okay, so what will happen here, if I run this one it will come to the try block. After that what we are doing here is that is the throw new and puncture, means we are creating our exception object, and from here we are passing is what we are doing is that is the tire is puncture. So from here puncture is a constructor that we have created, so it will become to the constructor. Okay, that is the puncture, and here from here we are passing the message. So which message we are passing? That is tire is puncture. It will come here and it will pass to the message. The super means it will come to the parent class, which is the parent class here, that is the exception class, so it will be go there. Okay, after that if I run this one, any exception will come, it will come to the catch block, and it will print e on the console. E means message, whatever the object we have, it will print that message on the console. See, if I run this one, so what will be the output we will get? There is the collection example, then puncture, this tire is puncture. This is the description we are getting. Okay, and this is the puncture. Puncture means our exception. This exception we only have created. There is the customized exception we have created. Any exception you can create, age is not valid, or puncture exception, or the ranging exception. Any exception if you want, you can create it and you can throw it from anywhere. This time I had thrown from the main method. You can create a method, you can throw from that method also. Just few steps you have to follow, that is the you have to extend the exception. After that you have to create the one constructor there, and from here we have to pass the message. The message is nothing but the there is the description, there is the tire is puncture. Okay, this one, this is the message only. After that here from here with the help of throw, how to use the throw? Simply you have to use the throw keyword, then new keyword, and then you have to use the exception name, and simply you have to provide a description here, and you have to pass to the object. Okay, if any exception will come, you have to handle with the help of catch, and you have to pass here. With the help of throw, we are not handling the exception, we are handling the exception with the help of catch block only. Okay, with the help of catch block only we are handling the exception, and this type we can create a customized exception. And with the help of throw, we can either throw the checked exception, or you can throw the unchecked exception also. Okay, so anyone have any doubt till here? Anyone have any doubt till here? Anyone have any doubt? Hello? Anyone have any doubt till here? Okay. If you give here int value, so here is the string, so it will be give you the error. If you give here the int value, it will be give the error. That see, it is giving the error because same like that, same method is created inside the parent class. Okay, if you want to see, simply try the open declaration. See, here is the exception. Inside that string is there, string message, and here is the super message. So we have to pass the only string. You cannot able to give the integer value. Okay. Okay. Hello. Anyone have any doubt till here? Anyone have any doubt? Okay. So I'm moving to the next part. Okay. So that is the throw. What is meant by throws keyword? So simply first we saw the try. After that we saw the catch. Then finally and then throw. So what is the use of the throws keyword? Okay, so simply try we are using with for handling the risky code. For the risky code we are using the try, catch for the handling code, finally for the cleanup code, and throw for the any customized exception, or if you programmer itself create an object and it will pass to the JVM, right? And after that throws. What is meant by throws? So simply if we have a two methods here, simply here we have a methods, or simply we have a two classes, that is this one is another class and this one is the another class. Okay, we have a two classes here. Okay, and I will remove this one also, and suppose we have a here one method, is a public void m1. Simply I have a method here, and inside the method one exception will occur. Okay, inside this method I have one exception. If that exception is occur, so what I'm doing is, if that exception I don't want to handle this here. Okay, if I don't want to handle that exception here, whoever call this method that can handle the exception I want that one. Okay, so whoever call this method, first it will be handle the exception and then only it will be use that exception. So for that we are using the throws keyword. Okay, for that simply we are using the throws keyword. If you see the see this one also, that is the theory, it is used to declare the exception. It is give information to the caller method. Whoever call this method, it will give information that to that person, like if you want to use this method you have to handle that exception first. If you are handling the exception, that time only you can able to call this method, otherwise you cannot able to call this method. Okay, so that is the use of our throws keyword. And which means if we call the method that is declare the exception, we must call, means it is saying same thing. If you want to call that method, if we have to handle that exception, if you are not handling the exception, it will say unreported exception. Okay, or it will say the unreported exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. So for that you have to use the tag catch block for the handle that exception first. After that you can easily use that method. Okay, simply we will take this example now. And throws keyword used to declare the checked exception only. Okay, if you are using, means if you want to use the throws keyword, you can use with the help of throws keyword. Means if you have to use only the checked exception. Throws keyword can be used to declare the checked exception only, not the unchecked exception, because unchecked exception are occur due to the programmer's fault, like arithmetic exception or the null pointer exception are occurred with the help of programmer fault, and programmer can correct that exception. Okay, so with the help of throws keyword we can throws the, or we can declare the checked exception. Suppose we want to declare any exception, that is check exception. From that we will take one IO exception. Okay, so simply we will come here inside our program, and from here if I want to throw one exception, throw new, and here write the IO exception. Okay, and inside that I am writing one message. Okay, device not found, like that, anything you can write here, device not, simply I am writing this thing here. Okay, see, it is giving the error. Why it is giving the error? Because we have to handle the exception. we are throwing the exception from here, but we have to handle the exception. But I don't want to handle this exception. We can handle it with the help of try catch. We can simply handle this one, or we can handle with the help of throws also. Okay, so if I write here the try catch, see, simply remove this one. And if I write here the try catch also, so that is also fine. Okay, so that is also fine. It is not giving any error. System dot out. If I write, and if I write here, hello, so it will be print, right? If you want to run this one, how will run? New, then puncture. Simply will write. Oh, sorry, main method you have to write. And here, if you want to call that one, simply we have to call with the help of object, right? And with the help of that object, we can call our method. That is the M1 method. Okay, if I run this one, so what will be the output we will get? Simply, what will be the output we will get? Simply, it will come to the main method. Right. After that, we have created the object of the puncture class. Where is it? I will remove this one. I will change the demo to demo. Here also I will collect the demo. Here is the demo method. Okay, I have created the object of the demo class, and with the help of that object, I am calling the M1 method. So it will come here into the demo class, and it will see the M1 method. Here is the M1 method. From here, just simply we are creating the object, and we are passing that object to the JVM. So JVM will ask to this method like you are handling the exception or not. So here we are handling the exception. Yes, we are handling the exception. So it will be print hello on the console. Simply if I run this one, you see hello will printing on the console. Suppose I don't want to handle this exception here. I want that whoever calls this method, that is the M1 method, that can handle the exception. Okay, whoever call this method that can handle the exception. So for that, what we will use, that is the throws keyword. Okay, for that simply we will use the throws keyword here. Throws, and whichever exception will occur, that exception we have to throws. Which exception is occurring here? That is the IO exception. So simply we are throwing from the here. Okay. After that, simply if you want to call this one, it will give the error. Why it is giving the error? Because we are throwing the exception from here. Which exception is thrown? That is the IO exception. And what this method is saying this time, if you want to call this method, you have to handle this exception first. Which exception? That is the IO exception. After that only you can handle the exception. You can also throws from here also at throws declaration, see, throw IO exception. But after that, JVM will hand over this object to the JVM will hand over this object to the default exception handler, so it will be not possible. So simply you have to write here the try and the catch block. Simply I am writing here try and the catch block like that. Okay, and whatever we write inside the catch block, that will be print. Okay, so simply if I write here the system dot out also, and here if I write hello also, see it will print or not. Simply if I run this one, hello is printing on the console, and that is our stack trace. Okay, there is a stack trace means e dot print stack trace we are out. No, that's why it is printing. If I run this one again, it will be also print. See, hello is printing on the console. Okay, so this is the throws keyword. Why we are using? If we don't want to handle that exception here, and whenever whoever call this method or caller method call this method, so that time caller method will handle that one. I cannot handle this exception here, so for that we are using the throws keyword. Okay, from here M1 method throws IO exception, so whoever call this method that have to handle this exception. This time with the help of demo with the help of object we are calling the M1 method, so it have to handle the exception. So it will be come here and it will handle that exception, so it will print hello on the console. So that is the use of our throws keyword. Okay, when we don't want to handle the exception here, whoever call this method, those can handle the exception. That time we are using the simply throws keyword. Okay, so that is the use of our throws keyword. Today we saw throw and the throws. So anyone have any doubt till here? I know it is little difficult, but anyone have any doubt till here? It is little bit confusing also. And with the help of throws, we can only throw the checked exception, not the unchecked exception. Okay, because unchecked exception is caused with the help of programmer. Programmer can easily handle that exception. Anyone have any doubt till here? Anyone have any doubt till here? Okay, try to solve that one. Okay, I know many people have doubt in that. Try to solve that one. If you have any issues, no, I will tell you. Okay, okay. So today's assignment is that you have to create a program on the throws as well as the, so that unchecked exception is also handled by using try catch block. Yes, bro. You can handle with the help of unchecked exception with the try catch block only. Okay. Today's assignment is that you have to create a program on the throw and the throws also. Okay, and if you have any doubt, so I will help you from today. I will definitely help you. I'm so sorry I didn't help many people like that because I'm little bit busy in that. From today onwards I will be definitely help you. Okay, if you have any doubt, please ping me. I will help you. We will connect and we will solve the doubts. Okay, and okay, so that's it for today, guys. From tomorrow we will see the another new chapter, that is the multitasking. Okay, try to join every day because only some topics are left. Okay, and okay, so that's it for today, guys. Thank you for your time. We will meet tomorrow. Bye. Can you try to solve that one? I know many people have many doubts. Okay, so that's it for thank you for